Guys, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. Now I know say the government of Nigeria, most of the leaders do really fear, the Western leaders and really seek their validation. I have never seen the Senate this active. The only time I notice their activeness is when they want to sign loans, things that doesn't make sense, that will not be beneficial to Nigerians. Here they are denying that there is no such thing, to the point that they now want to send delegates, and the Senate president feels that there are some people that have traveled to go and tell the US that there is something called Christian killing, forgetting that the US, that they are all seeing these things. I keep saying this thing, if they had done the needful from the word jump, I do not think it would have gotten to this point where we have, Western senators from US, from Canada, talking about this whole matter. If they had done the needful, it no go reach the point. Whether I'm Muslim or Christians, they die, it no go reach the point. With the way they are sounding, I hope they know that there are so many Christian clergymen and so many Christians that will stand up and tell you that, oh, these things they're trying to deny is actually happening. To the point that even the US government has even replied them that, oh, those people who are busy sponsoring or doing all these things, we know them. That's the recent reply from Ted Cruz. I keep saying, if they had done the needful, it wouldn't have gotten to this point. The negligence of the Nigerian leaders is why this thing has gotten to this point where we are today. And even as the whole matter of terrorism and killing has gone haywire, you still see the government of the day pampering this whole thing. AKPABIO wey talk say e be like say some people travel go US to go talk about the whole thing, tell them say they kill Christians. Please, he should start dropping the names of the people that actually traveled to go and say so. The kind helter skelter where they don't run up and down simply because they talked about sanction and declare us what is it called, Nigeria as a exhibiting nation of a particular concern. The whole matter just make me laugh. And I love the reply from Ted Cruz, that they know those doing all these things. I'm going to be reading what the US Senator Ted Cruz said after the Nigerian lawmakers came out to say, oh, there is no such thing that is happening, even with the Senate president saying that some people actually traveled, maybe they traveled to go tell the US government that there's Christian killing going on in Nigeria. But before I get to do that, I'm going to show us this video of Nollywood actress Regina Daniels that has got people reacting on social media space. A video where she was seen displaying cash, a huge amount of cash at that she's going to spend at a nightclub, supposedly.
I'm arranging my money that I will go and spray pass in club today, but I want it to full. That's not full yet. Hey, how much? Okay.
AKPABIO of Abuja saying EFCC won't say nothing about this. Why? Because Nigeria justice system doesn't work for the poor. Meanwhile, somewhere along Duse Road, a lot of masses are going through abject poverty. Rinu saying only in Nigeria will this not cause an immediate revolution. This right here is poking the bear. Mizie saying here is a senator's wife who has not done anything for his constituency, flaunting public resources to be squandered in a nightclub. Only Nigerians can't tolerate all these misbehaviors from politicians and their families, and they will have a fair saying, now stuff like this caused the revolution for Nepal. Make una continue. Olamilekan saying the audacity to flaunt stupidity on Nigerians, a senator's wife in the country where its people are living in multi-dimensional poverty. Goodness Lord. Cardinal saying tomorrow she will be on the podium campaigning for her hobby and advising her elders on what to do and who to vote. When we start beating people like this, Nigeria will become a better country. Patrick saying, check very well, this money isn't coming from business, neither deals nor gifts. Might be coming from the so-called allowances from the Nigerian Senate. But poor citizens, they find 2 square meal on a daily. This is Nigeria. You know, in Nigeria, anything goes. So that is why these people are free to display a lot of stuff. And if you ask them, they'll tell you, oh, it's their money. And you get to wonder, what's this person's job? Does this person's job, or will this person's job give this person this certain amount of money annually to the point that you can spend so amount at a club? Maybe she's joking, maybe she's not. But these are things that, we see other people, other leaders, political office holders in other nations hide. Was it not here someone resigned in one of the nations? I can't remember. I read on the pages of paper. He resigned after the son was seen spending cash. Luxurious lifestyle. The son displayed it. The man had to resign. Because tongues were wagging. Asking different questions. But in Nigeria, anything goes. That is why you see all this thing. Watch them come to defend this thing. Even within us as citizens, we have seen people who are busy defending. If you reach your turn and you get that kind of husband, no show off. She's an actress. And she has other businesses. But will she be spending that kind of money? I'm not saying she stole the money. I'm just saying these kind of things will prompt investigation in other nations to know she's an actress, she makes money. Will she make that kind of money? How much does she make in a year to warrant spending this kind of money in a night at a club? So different questions go come up. But within Nigeria, so anything goes. Anything goes. And when you call them or when you raise alarm too much, there will always be people to defend them. They will always come out to defend themselves. They say some wicked case. Yes, my father is the manager or was a manager of so many companies. Even one, fin name. Even one. Your father, I'm sure, never rode a Rolls Royce. Where you they try defense, say, okay, Siam. Your father was a manager of so many companies, but allegedly you have also acquired property in his name. Acquiring property in the names of family members, allegedly. So they know that Nigeria here, anything can happen, and they will definitely get away with it. But these people suppose they try, they hide small. So that they look with the gaslight Nigerians. They're supposed to be hiding a little. We seriously need laws, strict laws, like seriously. We need this thing, very, very important. If not, this kind of thing will continue to happen and nothing is going to happen. Meanwhile, the husband they shout up and down, Nyoma state. As if now the most important thing of all the problem we will face for Nigeria here. We seriously need to enact and of course raise strict laws in Nigeria here. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Now let me read out what Ted Cruz said about knowing those who actually are busy carrying out these whole attacks or sponsoring this attack in Nigeria. And of course, I'm going to show you a video of the Senate president, talking about the whole Christian killing thing. Mind you, both the red chamber and the green chamber don't say nothing like that. They happen.
Somebody suggested that we ought to have gone into executive session to discuss this. But I don't think we can win. No group can win any discussion on this. Because it depends on the state you are looking at. If terrorism occurs in a Christianly dominated state, most people that will die there will be Christians. If it occurs in a Muslim-dominated state, most of those who will die there will be Muslims. But if it occurs particularly in the north central you will notice that it will be targeted at maybe churches because that is what they are able to get. And then at the end they will say, oh, it's Muslims that kill Christians. If it happens in Kano or Borno, they will say Christians kill Muslims. So the way the whole situation is that we still need to go into executive session and get a date for our security summit so we can have close discussion on these matters. What is happening in the United States is of concern to Nigeria. It's of concern to the Christians, it's of concern to the Muslims. Because the moment they bring sanctions to breed poverty. Poverty knows no religion. So for me, engagement will be the best. So when we go into executive session, we can decide to set up a small ad hoc committee to go to United States or America and engage our colleague parliamentarians there. And then to also educate them. Because if you see what these people are doing, most of them are outsiders. When they come and start spraying bullets from GP, what do you call it, or they throw rocket, they are not throwing rocket into the crowd targeting a particular religion. They are killing Nigerians. I don't know who will now go and sit down and bring out maybe the dead bodies and say, this one is a Christian, this one is from this family, this must be a Muslim. So we are facing a situation whereby these terrorists are trying to terminate the lives of Nigerians. And then, of course, frustrate us from going into the farms, producing food to feed ourselves. So this discussion will be better in a closed session. And I think at the end of the day, we should actually have a small team that should visit our colleagues and also put the other side. Because some people must have gone there to give a one-sided story. And at the end, it will now look as if only Christians are being killed by terrorists in Nigeria. But I can tell you that a lot of Muslims have lost their lives in the last 5-10 years.
Senator Ted Cruz, chairman of the United States Senate Subcommittee on Africa and Global Health Policy and lawmaker representing the state of Texas, has declared that the Donald Trump administration knows those behind the genocidal massacre of Christians all over Nigeria. In a post on his official X handle on Tuesday, Mr. Cruz said the United States knows who those people are, and I intend to hold them accountable, lamenting the massacre of Christians and the destruction of churches and schools by terrorists in Nigeria since 2009. The U.S. senator alleged that those behind the genocide are the ones condemning him for exposing the killings. Since 2009, over 50,000 Christians in Nigeria have been massacred and over 18,000 churches and 2,000 Christian schools have been destroyed. It is the result of decisions made by specific people in specific places at specific times, and it says a great deal about who is lashing out now that a light is being shone on these issues, he alleged. The latest post by Mr. Cruz, who is in his third term as senator in 2024, came days after he introduced the bill in the U.S. Senate aimed at combating persecution of Christians in Nigeria. The lawmaker also told Fox News Digital that the alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria is a result of decisions made by specific persons in the country, stressing that he intends to hold them accountable. Senator Cruz alleged that the Nigeria's federal government and a dozen state governments enforce blasphemy laws in their criminal and Sharia codes and the ignore or facilitate mob violence targeting Christians. Mr. Cruz and 4 other fellow Republican senators, namely Ted Board, Pete Ricketts, Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, and James Langford, had in a letter they signed and addressed to the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio in September, urged the President Donald Trump administration to use its presidential authority under the Freedom of Religion Act to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern amid worries over the violence and terrorism against religious minorities, especially Christians. I would advise the government to find a lasting solution to this problem, and that will involve killing these people. I mean, Dawood Alawa has said that his phone can actually detect the locations of these individuals, and I'm sure also a lot of other governors from in other states where this thing is being rampant can tell you that okay, they have the same kind of phone as well. If we have seen surveillance camera or surveillance footage of the last attack, how they saw this thing from their surveillance room, then it means that they can actually tell when these people are coming to attack. But for some reason, they are busy massaging the whole issue. It is not even, my biggest problem is not even whether, the Christians or the Muslims are being killed. It is an individual being killed. Yes, as much as they try to deny this thing, we know say they exist. Men no go to say they just come, they just throw rockets, they do this, so all this thing AKPABIO is trying to explain. But people are being killed on a daily. Most times I don't even see footage of the assembly doing a plenary section addressing the issues. But because there is now an intervention from international, body, they now feel, oh, we have to talk about this matter. They want to send delegates, but they have never for once talked about sending delegates to even the communities where these things happen. You want to go and explain yourself to the US, but you have never for once bothered about the people being killed. You see how serious they need to discuss the matter because there's going to be a sanction. But have never displayed so much seriousness. Now they didn't even talk say you have 1 minute. No, the fear of US reacting to what is happening, they worry them. These people seriously need flogging. If it's no wickedness, tell me how for decades will they fight one issue? Una no fit say no, we can't stand by this. So kill those people the moment you see them. Just kill them straight up. Instead you will hear, oh, you have to retreat. Retreat immediately. Not me talking. Soldiers, so many soldiers don't do video. They talk about how their organs for military they betray them. So those organs for military might as well know the people giving order that they should tell their people to retreat. We're never ready to fight this thing. I bet the US, whether it's Muslim or Christian being killed, the most important thing is that there's a killing going on, and Nigerian government is busy pampering insecurity, insurgency in Nigeria. So please hold them by the balls. Let there be serious sanction. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love. Thank you for the immense support. God bless you richly. Do enjoy the rest of your day and see you guys in my other videos.